In this video, I will dissect Coach Prime's post-game press conference after the win versus Colorado State. Also, his word of the day, which was resiliency, Coach Norvell, as well as a little bit more mama talk. In addition to that, I will speak on how this moment in American history with Coach Prime is akin to Georgetown, the Fab Five, UNLV, and the Iverson era, and how Coach Prime is always playing 4D chess. And again, how he checks reporters. Let's go.
No one can do it better.
Well, first, I just want to thank God for, just everything, for just keeping us healthy and stuff like that. I took a big hit, and, he helped me stay healthy. So that was the first thing.
I got Coach Prime. Coach, what's your reaction to this win?
Resilience. To be great, you're going to have to be resilient. You got to overcome adversity, and that was a tremendous amount of adversity, and we overcame it.
You're down 11 in the fourth. You're on the 2-yard line.
Yes.
What were you saying to SHEDEUR?
Do what you do. I've been saying this since he was a kid. Y'all just new to this game.
Shiloh was a big-time playmaker early in the game. And then SHEDEUR.
I'm proud of my kids, but I'm proud of this team. This team is phenomenal. The coaching staff is phenomenal. They were resilient. I mean, we started off playing like hot garbage, but we got it right. And we got the victory in the end. That's all that counts. We got the W.
What'd you learn?
Patience. Patience.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Things we showed that we were resilient. We showed that we would fight. We showed that we had no surrender or give up in us. And that's a lot for a team that's fairly new. As you say, we just got together. So I'm truly proud of our men as well as our coaches and staff, sports staff, and so forth. Not happy with the way we played, but I'm happy with the win. You got to be happy with a W no matter how it comes. Truthfully, it's one point in the game I said, we can't let this dude win. Ain't no way we let this dude win. His press conference is going to be unbearable if we let this dude win. And but I knew even when we got the ball on the 2 or 3, 4 yard line, I said, as long as the ball in SHEDEUR's hands, we're going to get down this field. I knew that without a shadow of a doubt.
Starting things off with a bang here, Coach Prime, well, first actually SHEDEUR, thanks God for protecting him on the field as well as his teammates. And obviously Coach Prime is always praising God, always has Christ's name in his mouth. So that is going to trickle down obviously to his son. So it's really good to see SHEDEUR thank God, the first thing that he does. Next, Coach Prime talks about being resilient. And the definition of resilient is a person that's able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. This guy win, basically with all the smack talk going back and forth, the mama stuff, the glasses, the hats, all that type of stuff. So I felt that. But I do have a message for Coach Norvell. Coach Norvell, I was tough on you. I take back nothing that I said. I stand by it. Matter of fact, there's things that you can learn from what I said about you, but I do want to give you your props. Your team came out and played amazingly. They were not intimidated. You had those boys prepared to play. They played their hearts out. They represented the university and you very, very well. So I want to give you your props, man. You did a really good job with that team. I didn't even think that you were going to be able to do that. I thought you guys were going to get run out of that stadium. I thought that Colorado was going to hang 60 or 70 on you. They hung 43 on you, but you put up 35 and were really doing well throughout the game. It was a nail biter. So, hey, you and your team can hold your head high. You can move forward and probably have a great season. You seem like a formidable team. All praises. Next clip.
Hey, Coach McMillan, Fox 31.
How you doing, sir?
Good. You've talked about it many times that, like you said in your opening statement, that if SHEDEUR has the ball, you have faith that he can go down there. This isn't the first time he's done it, but to be able to do it on this stage with the amount of eyeballs on it, what does it say about his progression as a player and as a man?
SHEDEUR's been that. You guys just hadn't seen it because he was at HBCU and we were secluded. I guess no one had TVs and they didn't work out here in the television that we were playing on last year. But this is who he is. It don't matter where he came from. That's who that guy is. And his passion and his study habits and his commitment to excellence, it shows every weekend. I know a multitude of people, not you guys. You guys are family. You beautiful women are family. But people wait for him to fail. Like he can't keep this going. yes, he can, because this is who he is.
SHEDEUR is that dude. I know football. SHEDEUR is that dude. He is a formidable professional quarterback. He will make his mark in the league. Coach Prime here getting comfortable, starting to talk that talk, takes a shot here because Coach Prime says SHEDEUR's been doing this. Maybe just because he was at a HBCU and there weren't eyes on him that you guys didn't know. And then he takes a shot saying, well, maybe your TVs didn't work, so that's why your TVs didn't work down here, so that's why you didn't see SHEDEUR playing, doing this for years. And then he says, which was heartfelt, is that people want him to fail. Trust me, SHEDEUR knows that people want him to fail. Coach Prime knows that people want him to fail. And his team knows that people want him to fail. That's our society. But you guys, be different. Be the difference. You know what I'm saying? Be that difference. You got to root for other people's success. Be happy for other people. And I promise you, the Father will bless you for that. Let's go.
Coach Richie Carney, Denver Sports. You told the world on game day to keep the cameras rolling when you and Jay would meet post-game.
Right.
When Jay was asked about it earlier, he said about what maybe went on or what was said. He said you can ask Prime about that. So
well,
was there anything meaningful in the
No,
post-game exchange?
no. I know SHEDEUR kind of got in between it. But no, I don't hold, I could be petty if they petty, but I ain't got time for that, man. I'm on to bigger things. I'm happy for the brother. I really am, man. I'm happy that they fought, that they played a good game. I'm happy he's a head coach. I'm happy for any brother that's doing it and successful, man. I truly am. I don't know where all this stuff comes from. I have to respond because, it's my mama taught me that. You just ain't gonna type me and I'm gonna sit back and ain't gonna say nothing. But I'm happy for that dude, man. I don't know him, but I'm happy for him. I wish the best for him. I really do. Nothing. My success ain't got nothing to do with his. So why would I want him to succeed? I don't know how people get down like that. My blessings ain't got nothing to do with his blessings.
So the reporter asked Coach Prime about the post-game between Coach Prime and Norvell and what went on there. Coach Prime just rose above the entire situation. Sometimes you got to just rise above it. Don't play within the little dirt in the little petty fields that people play in. These Coach Prime said he's on to bigger and better things. He's happy for him and his team, Coach Norvell, that they played a good game, and he's happy for any other brother that's doing it. And that's what we want. You're supposed to uplift other people and, like I said earlier, enjoy their success. And then he did say, hey, his mama, that he's not going to not respond because his mama taught him to respond if people are talking about you. All praises. That's exactly what you should do. Don't let people just talk about you and you not confront that. Okay, don't let them run with that narrative on you. That's a lot of things that are going on. And then he says, I don't wish for him to fail. And that's another big thing there. You never want to wish for people to fail. That's your energy going into a bad place. You could be using that energy for yourself or something positive or just being a positive force in the world. Never use your energy on negativity. Run that.
Hey, Coach, Brian Howell with the Daily Camera. SHEDEUR struggled throughout the offense struggled throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I'm glad you corrected that. Everybody's looking at you like,
right.
Oh, excuse me.
So, but he talked about this, that drive at the end of regulation, that quarterbacks kind of make those moments make quarterbacks. He talked about that being maybe a Brady moment.
I don't think that moment makes him because he's had a lot of those moments. You just hadn't seen those moments. So you're just getting an opportunity to see those moments. That's who he is. I never doubted the fact that if the ball's in his hands, what he's going to do. No one on the offense, no one in the darn stadium doubted the fact that we don't doubt him. That's who he is. So
because he did the same thing in the Celebration Bowl at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
What's different about him in those moments? Does he get a little more locked in?
I think he was 38 for 47? I think he was pretty locked in all game. What is he doing for this season? 80%? Some crazy number like that? That's like, you guys are taking this stuff for granted. This is not normal. Like, this kid can flat out play. Forget the name Sanders. The kid can flat out play this game. He's I don't know what his completion percentage for the season. You are good, man. You are a heck of a. You know you're good, right? Thank you, brother. I'm straight up. And I was mad because I saw you last time, and then I was like, oh my God. So I wanted to give you your flowers in front of everybody. You are good, dog. Yeah, y'all know who this cat is, right? Y'all know who this is? And all the black folks like, yeah, we know you. White folks like, who's that? That's the truth. Y'all just won't say it. You are good, my brother. I appreciate you. Amen. You're good, man.
Pop off, Coach Prime. He checked that reporter right away. As soon as he tried to say, well, SHEDEUR struggled and SHEDEUR was struggling, Coach Prime said, hey, check that. And then look at his numbers. He's been succeeding and winning and doing this. You just haven't seen him. You just haven't seen this, but this is normal for him. And guys, check this. His completion percentage is like 80%. He's the top 5 in yards in like college football. This is not normal what you're seeing from this dude. He is that dude. Then I love the fact how he gave that brother in there, you know, some love. He's also a reporter, so he gave him some love, told him how he's doing his thing. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you your flowers right here in front of everybody. And then in Coach Prime fashion, he takes a nice shot at the reporter saying, well, you guys don't even know who he is and all and whatnot, because he's a black reporter. We never get the shine that we deserve. We never get the respect that we deserve. But Coach Prime is changing that one person, one situation at a time. Bring that same respect to us and to our name as you do to yourselves and your names. Kick it off.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing, Steve?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Nick Edwards, Hughes Sports Report. It was a spectacular day in Boulder today. So many events. You're here and there, seeing all of your friends. What was kind of your favorite moment from today, whether it be the game or the extracurriculars?
The Rock could be our president if he wants to be. And with 390 million followers, I mean, if he just asks everybody to give $1 to the university, I think we have no problems with, you know, the NIL. The conversations I just had in my room with Key Glock and some of those guys from Memphis, and you had with Cameron, I love LIL Wayne like he's my son. Like he, you know, speaking to his mother before the game as well. There's so many different moments, being on the different sets and seeing these beautiful, wonderful fans all congregate together. Campus was electric today. Don't dismiss the fact that we always recruit. So when those college kids that are on recruiting trips see this kind of stuff, it's one of the big fellas just said, hey, man, it's different. This is straight out different here. And we had some dogs here on recruiting trips today. So it was so many wonderful moments. I don't know when we're going to put it out, but my mother was pretty much the pregame speech today, her and Rock. So you're going to get it's going to be good when you hear what she had to say in the pregame speech. Yeah, so I didn't have to fire him up. She did her doggone thing. I'm proud of her.
Favorite moments of the day for Coach Prime, and you know he's going to mention the boys. You know what I'm saying? So he mentions LIL Wayne, how he loves him, talking to his mom, loves him like family. He mentions other rappers like Key Glock and my boy Cameron. So it's always good to see him giving that love. And then he speaks about The Rock, because I know they have a special relationship and The Rock respects Coach Prime and loves what he's doing. And he kind of throws it out there. Well, The Rock's got 390 million followers. He could be president. And if he just sent out a message saying to his followers, give $1 to Colorado Buffalo football, that would solve all of their NIL deals. So Coach Prime is always working in that 4D type manner. And he mentions he's always recruiting. He said he has some dogs in the stadium tonight. And one of them was saying, man, what you're doing is different. This place is different, because they can feel it. It's a different atmosphere than the other programs around the country, because Coach Prime is at the helm. They got a DJ in there playing the beats before the game, getting everybody hyped up. Wait the next couple of years, this program is going to be beyond major. Because think about it. If you were a top recruit, why would you go anywhere else? There's no reason to go play for anybody else but Coach Prime, period, full stop. By the way, go check out my LIL Wayne performance video. You'll be able to see the live performance there. You'll be able to see Coach Prime give LIL Wayne his jersey, and you can see that right here up there at the top of the screen. Click on that. You'll be able to see that live performance by LIL Wayne in Colorado. And Coach Prime spoke about his mama's pregame speech, and that was electric, that got the team fired up. And so I will be having a video coming out on the speech by Coach Prime's mom later on. So keep your eyes out for that. Turn on your notifications. Keep it pushing.
Coach, how you doing? Clinton Yates, ESPN. You talk about the vibe around this team, all the different people that are showing up around the program. Y'all are starting to get mentioned along the likes of Georgetown Hoyas, UNLV, Fab Five. Black America's team. You know what I'm saying, in terms of what you're representing. What's that like for you guys in terms of the popularity you're taking on nationally?
Well, first of all, these kids weren't even born, so they don't understand that. Dennis Thurman and some of the older coaches like myself, we understand that and how dynamic and how much of a blessing that is to even be mentioning those likes. It's tremendous. It's not a burden whatsoever. It's a blessing, and we're thankful for that. But I don't think our young men inside the locker room understand the moment. Like, that's what I told them in the last series. Guys, this is a moment you will never forget, and let's maximize this moment. And they went out and did it. But when you're that young, and you know, all of us were young one day. Some of us are still young and naive. We don't understand these moments are just slipping by slowly but surely, and we got to grasp them because it's incredible. What happened and what transpired today was incredible.
Prime time, talk that talk, man. This is so historic. This is so historic what's going on with Coach Prime, coaching a Power 5 team, and all the love and notoriety around it. It is like the Georgetown Hoyas, like the Fab Five. Remember the Fab Five in all black with the shorts, UNLV era? When they were balling, we had a sense of pride about ourselves. Even the Iverson era, remember that? That was when you really had an infusion of hip-hop with sports, like in the mainstream. So I remember those things. It was huge, and we are living in that moment right now. You got to stop and take a step back and look at the moment. This isn't a moment. Coach Prime coaching in the Power 5 is a moment in American history. I'm telling you, it's hard to see right now because it's happening, but I can see it. I know how these things work. This is a moment, a time that is going to change things, hopefully forever. And this is huge for us. This is what we want. Let's get it.
Coach Dan Mormon, Mile High Sports Magazine. Last week you said 80% of your team, staff, and everything is bought in. Does a win like tonight increase that number?
I didn't say bought in. I never used the word bought. They think we're selling something. They believe. They believe.
So the reporter tried to be slick here and tried to slip in the word bought in there, trying to put those words in Coach Prime's mouth. And Coach Prime is a stickler on this point. He is not selling anything. He's not trying to sell these players. It's not some con job. The players and the recruits and the nation believes. He's not selling anything. You're not going to put anything past Coach Prime. Trust me. He's been through it all. He's seen it all. Some rookie reporter's not going to put some words in Coach Prime's mouth without him checking it. So I'm very happy to see that. Keep that happening, Coach Prime. Like we always do about this time, inspiration for the nation. I've got a couple verses for your edification. Sticking with the theme here, resiliency. We're going to need that, especially in these last days. When you get knocked down, you've got to get back up. We got to be resilient. Again, the definition of being resilient is a person being able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions and being able to recoil or spring back into shape after bending. The verses I want to bring out are two verses. Matthew 24:13, be he thee that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. One of my personal goals is to see the return of Christ, is to see him break through the sky, coming with those thousands and thousands of angels and the saints who are Israelites coming for war and to save us. So I'm waiting for that. I look forward to seeing that. And remember, those that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Last verse, Ephesians 6:18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. So perseverance here, you can put in the word resilient there. And watching thereunto with all resiliency and supplication for all saints. So supplication is literally like you're begging, like you're on your knees, like you're giving with all the energy and with everything you have for this to come to pass. So praying, you want to pray with that supplication to the Father. As a side nugget, the saints are us, are the Israelites. We are the saints in the Bible. When you see the word saints in the Bible, it's referring to the nation of Israel. All praises to the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. This is Crown Prince Media. I am the crown prince. Let's go.